Hey guys, how's it going? Zombie here with ZNR Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at Anthem, the game released or the announced at E3 2017. A lot of games were announced, but guys, this one really caught my eye. It was developed by BioWare and it uses the Frostbite game engine. All the footage captured was in 4K pre-alpha footage. I do not own any of the rights to this. I just want to go and throw that out there. This is all footage that was released at E3. But what we do is we're in a world here, and in this world you are what they call a freelancer. Freelancers are a bunch of guys who go out on missions outside the walls of the city. Now I'm gonna go and let everyone know who watches this. This has a very strong Destiny vibe to it. Myself and many others have felt the same way. But this game looks incredible. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. It is a 4-player co-op. You have your Javelins, which you can customize with either gear that you find out in the wild or gear that you do craft yourself. You can fly, leap, and you can climb through a continuous open world is part of the description you'll find on the official website. So what you have here are these javelins. Now I'm going to talk during the actual gameplay trailer they have. They have different types. We're told there's an array of these javelins, but we are not told how many exactly. The one you're seeing the player climb into is known as a ranger. It is a well-rounded javelin. It doesn't particularly lean more in any direction. Like I said, the graphics on this game look incredible so far. It was captured in 4K. I'm hoping that we will be able to customize not only our javelins themselves, but the characters inside of them. Not that it really matters from what I can see, except for cinematics. But looking at the terrain, the javelins, just everything looks great. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but this really impressed me. You can have friends drop in. Sorry, it is an EA game, so I was going to say Titan. Sorry about that. But the javelin that just fell in a moment ago was known as Colossus. It is known as a heavy hitter tank. But what you can do is when you go out into the world, you can fly around to the locations you want to go. Different ones will be marked out in the world, so you know which direction you want to generally go in. If you want to go to main objectives or side ones. You can fly to these locations. You can also get on the ground and run. But you can go through the wild. You can land, run through it, and you can sprint, of course. Sorry, I know it's kind of vague, but the vegetation looks good. There's there's wildlife around, and the wildlife can be anything from background scenery to target practice for some of you guys out there. Or it can also be hostile if you want to take it on or not. Another good thing about this, it doesn't seem that you have to take off and fly necessarily from the tower. So in situations where you want to get away from somewhere quick, you can do it. You can go underwater, which opens up a vast area. You can see the walls here a little more like buildings instead of actual rocks, which means there can be twice the space above ground and below now. The person using the weapon here seems to be a type of shotgun. You can see there's 3 different types of abilities below they can use. These enemies are known as scars, and the Colossus uses the ground pound technique to clear out the area. So again, that's what we were talking about, heavy hitter. What's to the left here, the Longfall Ruins, looks more like a dungeon type of thing. And for those out there watching, if you or in a party with other people and one of them collects something, it goes to everyone. That's really good. Not that great for games like Destiny or Elder Scrolls Online, other games where you're playing, there's a chest or something, you open it and everyone has to get there and open it themselves. That way you're in the middle of a battle, someone sees something, they open it, everyone gets it or collects it. That goes for crafting materials and other things. Not everyone will have to farm it. Nothing worse than being shot at while trying to grab materials. But this is a massive open world from what I can tell. You can play this single player or up to 4-player co-op. Me, I'm more of a cooperative person, so the 4-player co-op more appeals to me. Sorry about that, I get kind of tongue-tied here. But as you can see, massive explosions are in the game. You can use long distance techniques as well with these scout rifles or DMRs, whatever they're known as in the game. We do not know yet. There are multiple methods to take out large groups of enemies at one time. So once we do that, there is loot as well. We know that we get to at least legendary, which is what we're about to see now. That means that we probably have the common, uncommon, rare. We may have mystic or exotic also above the legendary. We don't know yet. There's not a lot of information that I know than what's in the preview here or in the video footage. Public event type of things like Destiny are called Shaper Storms. Now, they're not just something that's going to drop into the world. From what I saw, you'd see 2 more people hopped in, giving us a full team of 4. What's real awesome is there seem to be at least one new type in this area, in this group, the one that's flying now. I'm thinking he's more of the faster type, but I'm not sure. I really hope maybe they bring out a type of samurai I'd like to be like riding in Metal Gear Solid. But you can also see there's flashlights on the Javelin, which lead me to believe that you will go into dark areas that will be required to see. But once you get to these Shaper Storms, it seems that you actually have to fly into them to activate them, and I'm not sure if these more of dungeons or bosses or what. But guys, that was my impression, or what I saw during the Anthem preview. It really impressed me. I really cannot wait to see this. It seems to be released in fall of 2018, so I'm really looking forward to it. So if you like what you saw, guys, please like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.